that.
Oh
yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff at the sawmill.
You have SS if you want to do SS.
I will do it in a bit, I'm dealing with this first.
No, I'm just saying.
What I might also quickly do, because there's quite a few stones there, is take that other dolly trailer back up and just dump it under the conveyors.
And then wait for him to turn around and go, fucking hell, Jesus. Why did I do this? Fucking
Because it's still easier than doing it with bloody loading shovel.
What are you laughing at?
Just saying that, I know what you're saying, but believe me, the belts are easier than doing it manually how we were doing.
No, I'm not on about that. I'm on about just you reversing the entire friggin' thing.
I will have to reverse it, trust me, I'll get it under forwards. I've already lined up so I can. I'm taking our white up there.
Where's this going?
Harbour grain elevator. Where you sell to the ship. So if you bring the big map, we should be able to see the flashing circle.
Yeah, if my desk storage wasn't in the way.
Well, that sounds like you. That's your fault. You blame the game for that.
Yeah, I have a Super Mario desk storage, desk tag. And you know the pipe that the pipes.
Yeah, I think I've seen the exact one. I think I've looked at it before.
Yeah, I got one of them. I didn't buy it. She bought it.
Fair enough.
But it was like, why do I need a Super Mario desk organizer? Just takes up space.
Why don't you need one?
Oh, it's got my pens and rocket book. That's it.
And there we are. So that's now loading stones again.
Well, the trailers are there if you want to use it. I've just taken the courses. I'm just literally driving the courses down into the harbour.
Okay. We'll see, because currently I've got it loaded into the kipper, so I suppose I could transfer it all into.
Did he say kipper?
I'm taking all that. Kip. Well, it's called the kipper. It is a tipper, but if you look at his name, it's actually called the cramp. Cramp, or you say kipper. So yes, I did say kipper. So want me a kipper, I'll be back for breakfast. Yep.
Is it dimension jump that first appeared?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it was dimension jump because Ace didn't appear again until stole me a clipper.
Nice. Stole me a clipper, I'll be back for Christmas.
Which that's when Chris Barry sort of went out of Red Dwarf for a while. And then they brought in, I forget her name, as they brought her, somebody else, not the original, but they brought her in as Kachansky.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
She played a good Kachansky. Because the original Kachansky was Scottish.
Yeah. And if you've done that from moves down to like field 8, the carrots.
Yeah, I will do when I'm still.
Yeah.
Just get.
Yeah, I can see on the map.
Making my way down. It's just because traffic lights and pipe don't mix.
You know you can pull the pipe in.
No, I put it out. I had to put it out to get past the traffic lights. Believe it
So
or
you've
not.
accidentally dumped a load of parsnips on somebody's head.
No. Well, nobody's that lucky.
That'll be a right turn up for the books.
But don't.
I'm sorry, folks. I really, really am.
He's not.
No, you.
Is he fuck?
There we are. So, like as we said, that contract has paid.
Oh
In fact, the extra alone basically paid our daily rental fees.
Yeah. wish I could say he was sorry, but he's not. Honest to God, he isn't.
And I'd do it again.
Oh, we know he would. We're back in at thingy tomorrow, you know.
I know, grocery store. I know, don't worry.
And then we'd have a race, don't we, the weekend?
No, we've actually got a free weekend, but then we've got one free weekend, and we're back into a triple friggin' header again.
Yeah. I don't know what he generally. I don't know what he generally groans about that, but I'm actually now the way this championship's going. I'm excited for the championship, just not.
Right, so that's this field.
Some races. Right, where am I going?
The canola harvested. Bottom of, top of field 8.
Oh, top of field 8, okay.
Top of our field 8 has got carrots on it, and then you've got the bottom of field 4 has parsnips, I believe, and all of that goes to our canning factory.
Okay.
Because it's ours, it just all wants to go to the canning.
Wants to go to canning, does it?
Yeah. Because like I say, we'll just churn it out of there and just make. So while this is loading, bear with me a moment.
Alright, okay, you disappeared a minute. I'm guessing. So yeah. As you can see, you know, we play a lot of games, and if this obviously if you're just finding this episode, why not give subscribe to the channel? Guys, you won't go short on videos. I'm not joking you. There's over 4,000 videos for your entertainment. And a lot of the 4,000 videos will either be myself, obviously David, Tim, Willow, Alan, yeah, there's and others who have joined. Over the time that we've done this.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
What the fuck did you say? Field.
Basically, the top of the one that is to your right just now.
Right. Okay.
And then the bottom of the one that I've just been working on are the two that need. I'm just putting the harvester back away before I. Obviously, we don't need it again right now. We'll see what happens if another contract comes along or something for it. Then maybe, but as it stands, I'll just park it over here. So in total, off that field, we got. Maybe you stopped. Oh, I see. If you come off the bloody thing.
Oh.
I work out why the stone thing had stopped moving, but I think the pile of stones have got so big they've managed to shift the conveyor belt actually off the like.
Yeah, they probably have. Yeah. One thing I honestly would like, if you found them to give us the option to get rid of this fucking ground floor.
So that field gives us 23,500 litres of canola. I'm going to top up to the full, which is 30. I'm going to take the whole lot down to the. I'll leave you the boxes because you will need them for.
I don't know where they are.
It's on the long grain rice field at the moment. The road train.
It's kind of.
It's like right in front of you.
Yeah, just because obviously.
I mean, this trailer carries like 37,500 litres. That's not bad.
No, but you're not gonna want it on that bloody field. So that field's gonna get flipped around, isn't it? As well.
Yeah, well, that's probably going to be my job before too long.
What did you think about that little news that I shared with you last night?
Which one?
I'm gonna have to say it because by the time the video comes out, it's already happened. The podcast.
Oh yeah, see what it actually entails first. It's a good sign that what we're doing is getting noticed.
I mean, unfortunately,
You know.
it doesn't. Even with the panel, even though I'm obviously going on to this podcast panel thing, it doesn't mean we have to change our podcast. If that
Well,
makes
that's
sense.
good.
I mean, you know, the whole language thing. Yeah.
We do try. I think we do. Ever since we did that live stream where we actually tried to not, I think we have actually reduced what we do quite a lot.
We do try, but then you two bastards just tend to get me on my soapbox quite a bit during the podcast.
Would we ever do such a thing?
Oh. A little bit of news is Susie Wolf is not running within the next for the next FIA president.
That's not good news.
I read that there is somebody else, and I can't remember who it was. That's so annoying. Because I only read it.
That's not bad for one trailer to canola. That really isn't bad.
No.
I mean, it's like 7,000 litres. I'm tempted to leave, like, if the price rises a little bit more tomorrow. Rather than just hauling 7,000. I'm going to get a longer in
yes, you'll like this, dude.
Go on.
It is official. How did we say Carlos Sainz Sr. has put his hat in the ring?
Now, he would be bloody... Yeah, I think he would be good.
Yeah. It's actually on Sky Sports. He has emerged as a possible candidate for the next FIA presidency.
Nice.
Yeah. I knew I'd read it, and I knew it wasn't bullshit, because I knew it was from an official source. And I just couldn't remember who it was, but then now I've just did the quick typo again, and it was like, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but you've got to think, he still participates.
Oh yeah, he just does like the Paris-Dakar.
He does
stuff, doesn't
Dakar.
he?
So, I'm
And
sorry.
you heard what Uncle Steiner's words about him were, so he commands a lot of respect.
Yep. I would feel really sorry for Carlos. He'd get ripped.
Well, would he be like Midland Stroll Mark II? That he runs the show.
Yeah, but the problem is, have you noticed why you see the FIA president a lot?
And he's going for re-election, might be showing that he's like doing stuff and...
Yeah.
You know, we hope he doesn't get re-elected.
I don't want him to get re-elected. And the way the organisation is, to be honest, with the vice president going, I'd be very surprised if he got re-elected after the shit show that he's made. He's made not one, but WRC as well. And I think that is why Sainz Senior is stepping up, because of what the impact he had with WRC. On the WRC news front, guys, EA are no longer going to be making any more WRC games.
Yeah, that's a poor sign. That's not something good.
But and Codemasters are gonna no longer be doing them. That smells trouble for Codemasters, considering 2026 is the last year of the F1 license, game license. If EA screw Codemasters over, how many fans are going to be pissed, especially with the new tech regs of 2026?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we are replanting.
Not being funny, but all EA seem to fucking care about is one certain title. Care to take a guess?
Put it down. Well, you're thinking of the football, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
You know?
No. What earns them a lot of money?
You're gonna have to feel I don't. This is where I don't follow close to
Dude,
know
you should know the game.
Well, they do a lot of the sports titles, don't they? Is it a sports title? Is that what you think of?
No. You own probably the game.
You got to fill me in, keep it on blanking big cell.
The latest successor, or the latest rival to it, is Inzoi.
Sims.
Yes. Sims is one of EA's biggest moneymaker.
Oh. Yeah, because they screw it down for DLC here, DLC there.
Exactly. And that is all EA seems to be concentrating on.
Yeah, I've said before, I'm a big advocate that the Sims model of doing things actually isn't the worst in the world. So I say, well, at least, I've said for years, I'd like the F1 games to develop a sort of more of that method, because at least with that you only have to buy one game and then you don't have to buy a fresh game review just to add a couple of little bits and pieces.
No, but I mean, they've been, like I said, the LiDAR track, they've literally LiDAR'd the tracks. Did you notice who was on?
You might have seen, I don't know if you'll have seen it by the way, I saw a video, it was from Volvo cars, and the LiDAR sensors, if you point a camera phone at them, it actually burns the lens on the camera.
Oof.
It's that LiDAR, looks some serious stuff like.
Yeah. But have you seen... You sent the video? Didn't you?
Probably.
Of the first, like, look? Like, during the wet weather and stuff?
Yeah, and like the reverse tracks thing, which, oh god, I hate that so much.
Well, that's the thing, I wanted to get your thoughts on that.
I think I've made my opinion on like reverse tracks in the past, because I think in real life it's not something that's done a lot.
Yes, but is this a little bit of like EA trying to appease the fans?
I think it is, yeah. I think it 100% is just, what can we do that's really easy that's going to say, look, we have added something new.
Yeah, because obviously, you know, they took away the short courses, Japan short and all that. They took away that different track layout. So was this reverse style of racing just a bit of like EA trying to...
Like I say, it's just to me,
it would make things very fucking interesting. Australia. Not Australia.
You can't do it.
Austria.
It's not.
No, I don't mean in real life.
What you've got to remember is tracks are designed for cars to go around a certain way.
We know this, but...
So you can't just, it's not just a case of, oh, let's run it backwards, because you end up with runoff areas aren't in the right places, escape roads aren't set up right.
No, but I mean, in game. You know what I mean?
That video you watched, they actually summed it up because they were doing Austria in reverse.
Well, that's what I mean. Austria in reverse.
And down towards what was usually turn 1,
Final corner.
you had to do a runoff area.
Yeah.
Because it's set up the other way around.
Oh,
To be a
right.
death trap.
I know this, but it was, you know, like I said, it's just. Where am I going now? Bottom of 4?
Bottom of 4. Have you offloaded into the...
Yeah. I'm
you
literally.
might be able to get both in.
Yeah, I'm going to put it in another trailer.
And then take it all down to the canning factory at once.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That was my original plan.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it was just. I saw it. I was like, yeah, okay. But did you see who they had? Did you hear who they had?
Yeah,
commentating?
I think with the actual game, then, do you reckon? Do you reckon we've still got Crofty and... It was always like Crofty and Anthony, wasn't it? Because some of the mine's never done them. Mine obviously doesn't.
Well, there was Croft. Yeah, because I think Naomi Ship's actually in this one.
Normally, I think it's Crofty and Ann Davidson, isn't it? You get in 24.
Yes. Yeah, it is Crofty. Crofty is in. I think he is in the game, but you also do get. Is it Alex Yates? Or is it Harry Ben?
Whoever he did a couple of races last year, didn't he, when Crofty was at his wedding and that?
Well, it was whoever was commentating on that video with Matt Gallagher.
Yeah.
Fucking surprised at asking him, to be honest. That was a problem that really pissed me off, though, with that video. It's like, look, guys, give your honest opinion, not just... But it's Celtec.
You're not going to get... They're not going to, because especially if they're getting paid off by EA to do it and all that, they ain't going to say, actually, this is a lot of wank and it's just the same as we've already played.
Oh, we know that. It's sale tactics, it's scummy. Don't like it. You notice, though, they didn't show... They showed wet weather. They didn't show what was outside the car at the time. In the wet weather. I know, but it's scummy sale tactics, and I don't like that.
Oh yeah. No, I agree with you.
And it's the case with Farmson was the same. And the thing is, it's like they have this whole cultivator thing, which I think still needs to apply for, but I'd probably leave Farmson if I joined these videos, they might just decline me all.
I mean, I'd like to think they'd respect our honesty, but yeah.
This is the thing though, we're not here to sell this game.
As I said, I think we discussed this a couple of episodes ago. I said, yeah, we do both really like, certainly myself, I love the game. I spend a lot of time on it. But I'm also not linked into thinking it's the absolute greatest thing and nothing could ever be better.
Yeah, I like the game. Don't get me wrong. I like the game. I just...
Ways it could be improved, we can see that. I don't think anybody with half a brain can see that.
There's a couple of things I would like to see improved.
Well, you went a bit off course there, didn't you?
Yeah, I had a bit of a lag spike.
Yeah, I heard it, your voice went robotic for a factor a second.
So, yeah, I don't know, I had a lag spike, so... That's why I went off course. Yeah, I'm not going to sit there and sugarcoat it. If I was getting paid, maybe. But I'm not.
I'd like to keep your integrity a bit more.
Yeah, I do would on my integrity. But the problem is, if I was getting paid to do it, I would turn around to Giants and say, well, can I be honest? I'd rather be honest about a product than say, oh yeah, this is really good when it's actually a pad shit. I'm not saying this game is shit, but you know, if you were getting paid by a developer just to point out its good things, I'd be like, well,
Yeah.
why can't I just be honest about the game?
Alright.
You know, there's things I'd like them to remove. This fog that you see now.
Yeah, the fog is getting more and more annoying. It doesn't help now we've moved down into this area.
No. The fog. I'd like to be able to turn it off.
But see, you can with console commands.
People will,
like...
yeah, but people will say, yes, you can with, like you just said, you can with console commands. But you can't do that on a dedicated server.
You can, I think I've done it and it works. I think you can.
Yes, but it did for you, not for me. It's player dependent, probably. Yeah, but then when we have console joiners, it didn't work, did it?
Once again, I think it worked for the individual person, but not a wide thing. Of course, the console player can't do.
No, so the console player has to suffer with it. They need to improve the networking over crossplay. I'm sorry.
One.
Eh? You what, David?
I did it, but I've now made my game absolutely fog-filled.
Oh, you fucked it up and gone the wrong way.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh, this looks horrible. I'm going to set this.
And
Oh, I can see nothing.
you can see nothing. I can't see fucking jack shit. There's a lot of fog under that bridge.
Oh my god, I've been this whole night.
I thought you had the console command for
I do. And it works really well in
sentence. Finish.
works really well in single player, but not in on console.
Kind of get my point exactly. We're not on console though, are we? On dedicated server.
Yeah. So I'll try to concentrate on like 3 things at once there. I have made my game look whole like minutes, so I may have to quit and reload.
Well, do a pause.
No, it's that should be able to manage it.
Okay. Well, you can do it that way, bro. What are you
See how
going
it
to
goes. Well, I'm hoping it clears itself.
do your hole? Well, this is what I mean. So, the new... Honestly, the new weather, hail, tornadoes, yeah. Okay, they look good. Ish. But, due to the age rating of the game, doesn't... only
That
affects...
really work. I think I'm gonna have to quit and reload. I mentioned my screen completely black.
Okay. You need me to pause.
Yeah, go pause.
There we go.
Sorry about that, folks. A lesson there. Don't fuck around with the console commands if you don't know what you're doing.
But you do know what you're doing, don't you?
Obviously not. I'd like to think I do, but I don't know what I did there, but Christ. But the thing is, I knew I'd not like broken the server because you were fine. If your screen had gone black as well, I really would have panicked.
Yeah, and then we'd have possibly had to do a game all back. But that's the thing, with it being on a server, it only affects players.
Yeah.
Not the entire thing.
Anyway, I'll get on with this done. Then after that, I'm probably gonna put oats on where the canola was. Like I said, is what I want to get. Now we own that grain mill. I just want to get that grain mill loaded full of stuff. Still more hampers than parsnips. Still more hampers than parsnips in that contract. Because at least you know everything we're doing now is going to be at his hours and we'll go to our mill.
Okay.
So now here's the question, I'm sort of putting this to you, do we get the harvester and do more root crops? Do we hold back and do a bit more cereal for now and then we do root again in a couple of time, or?
Well, what was the plan? What were we going to actually do with this
We're going to need to keep that harvester for one more day at least because field 3 is red beans. Not to mention keep an eye on whether any more contracts appear while we've got it. Yeah, as long as they're not to the farmers market. Ideally to our canning factory, I would have said, but we seem to lose out on that, so maybe not.
Yeah. I mean, there was a way to do it, actually possibly do.
Farmers market, yeah, but on that quad. Go on.
Yeah, but it's similar how you're doing the storm. But
right, using it.
Need an auger wagon, a conveyor, and then you know, you probably need to take a lot of stuff, like pallets in front of
Yeah, that's it.
It's ridiculous.
And it's not like the pallets in this game, they're not reusable. The pallet sells with the product. So you have to buy the individual pallets.
Yeah. So you'd be spending money very little return.
Yeah, we escaped it just. I'm learning valuable lessons from my single player series.
Now if it was gonna do, problem is if the contract is set up like that.
You wish he'd tell you beforehand.
There must, well, yeah, exactly the point I was trying to make, that we were trying to make before in the discussion about the game.
I'd have to look, because I can't remember. I'm guessing it didn't seem to be showing me the option of a rented machine that was like a pallet one or something, which is what makes me wonder. I can't remember what machines it offered us, to be honest with you, because I knew that wasn't the option I was going down, so I didn't bother to look at it.
Maybe have a look at one of the, if a farmer's market contract comes up again,
have a look at it, yeah.
Have a look at what it
if we do make good money, I'm actually tempted if we get the monies to buy Field 5 next year. It's 300 odd grand, it's a massive field.
Oh yeah?
I'd like to eventually, but 2 I think is a bit further down the road. I want all of them, let's be honest here.
We know what you're like. Would you split them again, or would you...
Probably not now we've got that big harvester. You know what I mean? I'd just do it as one big, like, barley field or something. Or you do it as one really, really big carrot field.
Where's me fucking clear at?
You left it over here in field 8.
Shit. Okay.
Right, well I've pretty much finished the long grain rice now. This doesn't need actually rolling either.
No, it won't.
She's good.
Start.
Now, how much carrots did you get?
281,498.
Okay.
Well, that's more than the canning factory is going to be able to hold.
Yeah, the capacity is 240,000 litres.
Yeah.
So what doesn't go in the canning factory might just be worth selling.
Yep.
Yeah, the canning factory is like 240,000 litres on all these things.
Yep. And we can't mod.
Well, I could.
You can't, because then you fuck Alan out of it.
Yeah, I'll say B7. I could as I don't know if I even could. Because if it was a mod map, I could, because I don't think you had the right mod file.
Base game.
Yeah, it's base game, that's what I'm saying, so I'm not
No,
sure
it's
if I
not
actually even
logged.
could.
Base game.
Yeah, but you'd have to do the exact same mod.
Yeah, I know. Because, I mean, we're kind of screwed here because we have over 300,000 litres of parsnips.
But it's alright, what doesn't go in our canning factory we just sell?
Yeah.
The best price currently is
What?
out of the canning factory, ironically.
It's having gold crystals, but to reach for a screen and give you a good slap.
Goldcrest is actually the next. Well, actually, as long as it's under 300,000 litres, which it is, you'd actually be alright.
You in my tractor?
No.
Okay,
I mean, mine.
fair enough. Why is it not? There we go.
I've been using the Valtra.
Well, technically the John Deere shells, but yeah. 306,043.
But basically, what you can get into the canning factory, I'd just take to the harbour, at least then it's nice and close. I think the little extra you'd make, is it worth the hassle of taking it like across the map? Possibly not.
No. What I'm actually going to do in a minute is I'm going to drop this back friggin' trailer off.
Yeah, because you don't need it. Well, now you've finished that, shall I fast forward time through the rain and we'll see what, if any new contracts arrive?
Kind of.
Because now you've finished harvesting, planting isn't affected by the rain, luckily.
Yeah, but I haven't fertilised it.
There's only one needs fertilising, and that's the one way. I think the rain's only supposed to be like a couple of hours, so we should be alright. I'm saying it gives a chance that you never know, we might get another contract we can.
Yeah. I'll come back and get that trailer. Hard.
And also, like, it gives a chance for the store. Right. There we are. Yeah, there's a harvesting contract, but it's not one we want to do.
Is it farmer's market?
No, it's not that, it's only a really, really tiny field of soybeans.
Nah.
I was kind of thinking, if that potato one next to us came up, I would be tempted to rent the correct header and just get on with it and do it. You know?
Yeah. See, have you ever driven up on the freeway, yeah? Up on this? Or is it not?
No, I haven't. You can get up there, you can use it.
Yeah,
That's why you'd ever normally take a tractor.
No, I know. But can you actually get off it? That's...
Yes, there is an exit to a tunnel right by our canning factory.
I'm actually kind of curious about that, because I've never...
Well, if you look right by where you drop off the canning factory, there's a tunnel that leads you up onto it.
Let's have a look on the way back. But it's just... Yeah. It's just... I just think it was definitely a lot of style over substance.
Yeah.
And
I mean, Dad had quite happily said, look, don't give us all this fog and that. The Twister's night, yeah, it's a bit of a giver, but just
Gimmick.
more crop types.
yeah.
Literally focus on just getting in as many, because the more different crop types, the more variety into the game.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, they've got the likes of, where the fuck have I gone? Wrong way.
You're heading just off the map.
No.
This is only enough, he's just leaving.
So there is a biogas plant here.
Yeah, there's a biogas plant there. The biogas plant's there, but once you've got past the biogas plant, it's literally just a road that leads off the map.
I'm just very... Okay, Giants do good efforts in the maps sometimes, but...
This map's actually one of the best default in-game maps, I think, for a while. This and actually Riverbend's not bad either. I do quite like the two. I do like the two default maps for 25, I must admit.
Not really messed around with Riverbend enough to... Yeah, okay, so there is a... Interesting.
There is a what?
This must be another rent the train spot.
Yeah, I think it is, but there's only one grain elevator for the train on the map. So I guess all you could do there. Well, that's the warehouse you've ended up at.
Yeah, I know. But...
Because you can buy and sell pallets there.
It's... Yeah, I'm just kind of doing a little bit more.
Ah, fair dude.
Yeah, I didn't realise what that was. Actually, stop. Park there a minute. Come on, character, run a bit fucking quicker, dickhead.
I think you found a collectible or something.
They've done the usual. Actually, no. You wouldn't technically get hit by a train. Because that's a double track. Just going back to our conversation from before with the whole unload thing. You'd have to time it so the train... I mean...
Like I said, there isn't a grain elevator there though, I don't think.
No, not here. Actually...
Yeah, you probably could drive your trailer onto the train track.
Yeah, but then you'd still run into that old...
You'd get trained.
Yeah.
Unless you rented the train first and parked it out the way.
Well, you'd rent it and park it out the way.
Like we were doing on Zalonka.
Yeah, but it didn't cost us that much, did it? To do that.
No, because like I think rent the train, I think if it's still the same as 22, it was like $1,000 per hour.
Yeah.
Now chances are you only have it for 10 minutes, you rent it, load it, send it away. So it doesn't actually cost you that much.
No, but then, like I said, we ended up...
We were just taking stuff straight to the unload point.
We...
I had to do that in a video, because I had a video, like I said earlier, where he suddenly said, I rented the train, he said the train was 700 kilometers away.
Yeah, the best thing we ever did, or the funniest thing we ever did,
was that container of pallets we sent off?
Was that... Yeah, that container, and the train took it and then...
Come back still loaded.
Yeah. That was
I know.
one of the... That was an interesting experiment.
Oh yeah.
Shall we say. Question, you ever played Motorsport Manager?
No, I have not.
Yeah.
Why?
I got it cheap on Steam.
Oh, fair enough. Does it have multiplayer? Tell you what, you know my dreams about F1 manager. We could do an F1 manager with like 10 different people as a multiplayer.
Oh yeah, F1.
I think it'd be chaos and brilliance.
Yeah. Would be. There's enough. I mean, it's. Put it this way. Motorsport Manager, it was the original, like, management game.
Yeah.
It's, by the DLC, the game is $2.99 on Steam. Heavily discounted. You can get a bundle on Steam.
I'm guessing it's quite an old one though, the way you say it's the original.
It was. It was released. Well, I could have actually found it.
I thought Steam only listed the release date somewhere on the page.
Yeah, but I'm looking via mobile here.
Alright.